you need a place to drive people. But once you have that place, how do you actually make it findable? How do you make it so that when people are searching for whatever it is you do, that they land on your digital home base? Well, the first tactic I want to talk about is SEO, or search engine optimization. Obviously, this is my bread and butter. It's how I make a lot of my money. It's how I market myself as well. And I get asked this question all the time about whether or not it will work for freelancers, because I'm an SEO freelancer and people want to know. If you know anything about SEO, you probably can guess the answer is both yes and no. That is like the answer for almost everything when it comes to SEO, which is maybe not the most useful thing. But the reason I say this is because there's kind of two factors that I would ask yourself before you decide to double down on SEO as a strategy. The first one is, are you planning on making content as part of your marketing strategy? If you want to succeed in SEO, there's no way around it. You have to produce a lot of written content. There is no such thing as SEO without written content. Fresh, unique, high quality written content published regularly. And when I mean regularly, I mean at least once a month. So if you are planning on if you're a writer, even if that's not what you do as a freelancer, but you enjoy writing, then SEO can work for you. You should at least be optimizing everything that you write, because may not show up on the first page, but optimizing it is good for a few different reasons, which I'm going to get into here. So first, ask yourself, do I plan on writing content, at least something once every month that's long form? And when I say long form, I mean probably at least 1,000 words. Most SEO content only performs around the 1,400 plus word mark. So it's a lot of writing. It's a lot to do. If you're not a writer, if you don't plan on creating written content, but you make video content and you make, image content, it's going to be hard to do SEO unless you plan on writing on top of that. So just keep that in mind. The other thing I would say is think about your niche, because like everything else, SEO has gotten a lot more competitive. If you are hoping to land on the first page for a phrase like SEO copywriter, which has thousands and thousands of searches per month on Google, I have bad news for you. It's taken. Like, there are people who have been playing the SEO game for 5 or 10 years who are on the first page for that term, and they're not giving up their space anytime soon. Older websites, as long as they're good, perform better for SEO, so they have a competitive edge because they started sooner. However, if you work in an industry where things are a bit more niche, new, you're developing new products or working in a new industry, there's a good chance you could get on the first page because it's time, it's newer now, and therefore less competitive. But if neither of these things are true, if you don't plan on creating content, or if your industry is really saturated and there's already people who are ranking for all of the powerful keywords that you want to go after, maybe SEO isn't for you. However, I'm going to eat my words as soon as I turn the next slide, because to me, SEO, a lot of times when people think about search engine optimization, or you ask people, what's the point of SEO? They'll tell you, I want to be on the first page of Google, right, for this term or that term. And yeah, that is a huge part of it. It's part of what I do for my clients. But SEO is actually about making your digital home base the most engaging and accessible space on the internet for your audience. And that's big, tall order, I know. But the reason that I recommend people do learn SEO, whether or not they plan on using it as their main strategy, is because think about it this way. Google basically wants to make the best search experience and the most profitable search experience for users. So a lot of the things that you would need to do in order to optimize your content for search are things that you should be doing anyway, because they are valuable no matter what your marketing strategy is.